This is a pelvic floor relaxation exercise, and it's particularly important if you are struggling with an overactive pelvic floor. You can't feel your pelvic floor, maybe during kegels or during contraction. And also towards the later stages of your pregnancy, you should do more pelvic floor relaxation because that's really important for labor. Now, for this exercise, the best is always to perform it on a soft Pilates ball. If you don't have one, feel free to use a pillow. Make sure to use a fluffier pillow or fold a bigger pillow into two, and then come into a seated position on that ball. And make sure to wriggle around a little bit on that ball to try and feel your perineum. So your perineum is that area between your vagina and your anus. First, really maybe close your eyes and feel the area touching the ball. And then we're going to take our hands in a V shape down here at your lower belly to really feel it better. Now, for the pelvic floor relaxation, we want to be continuing our breath, our 360 breath on the inhale and on the exhale. However, here, because we're focusing really on the relaxation, so you're going to bring your hands down here and we're just going to be inhaling as you do in the 360 breathing. We want to inhale into all 360 degrees of our torso. So we're inhaling into our belly, but we're also inhaling into our back and into our rib cage. So a full deep inhale. And as we're inhaling, you want to really feel everything relax. You want to feel your pelvic floor fully relax and descend. This is how naturally your pelvic floor works, that on the inhale, it descends down here. So you should really feel it touching the ball as if you're trying to pass urine, as if you're relaxing everything, you're letting it flow, or you're even trying to pass stool. So you really want to feel it opening and descending onto the ball rather than contracting. So you might want to close your eyes here. So inhale, really do a full inhale. Let it fully relax. And on the exhale, you're doing nothing. Don't worry about contracting or lifting anything up. It will just naturally recoil to its natural position. So imagine a hammock, which is in a neutral position. On the exhale, it's here. But on the inhale, we really want to relax it and lengthen it. Inhale, relax. Exhale, don't do anything. No picking up the blueberry, no squeezing, no contracting your core either. It will naturally recoil, but that's okay. And then with the next inhale, you're again trying to naturally lengthen it down, pushing it down without creating pressure, just naturally letting everything go. And then exhaling, recoil. Inhale, let everything relax. And exhale. Let it come back gently. If you're not sure still, you might want to wriggle a little bit on that ball. So bring it a little bit more forward or bring it also more backward and try and send the breath there. So you can really think about sending your breath into your butt even, or you can think about sending it into your vagina, so more to the front. So really take your ball here and wriggle so that you really feel the pelvic floor relaxing. And do this for a minute, ideally, to really feel it relaxing. Now, for the second part, I also want to show you particularly those exercises, and you will have them in your programs, but particularly the mobility exercises that facilitate pelvic floor lengthening and pelvic floor relaxation. So one of the exercises is the happy baby or the modified happy baby. So you want to come onto your back. If you are pregnant further along and this is uncomfortable for you, feel free to use a pillow to prop your upper back on the pillow. Otherwise, take your knees here to the side and open up your legs. And here really try and breathe into, again, that pelvic floor. as if it's sinking in and fully relaxing. Again, you're not contracting anything. You're just fully letting everything go. Then the next exercise is the froggy stretch. So you want to open up your legs here, and you're going to go into a very wide frog stretch. So just go as low as you can. Obviously, you'll feel a big stretch here in your adductors, and then just come down here and sit back into that stretch. And here, really also think about sending your breath into your butt even. So to really lengthen that back of the pelvis. You want to make sure to relax everything and take a couple of relaxing pelvic floor drops here. Another good position is everything with a hip internal rotation. So as soon as when you're on all fours, when you rotate that lower part of your leg out, as we do in a lot of the mobility exercises, you are opening up the pelvis here at the back. And feel free to also here use your relaxation breath, and you can also come into a child's pose, but not into the normal child's pose like that, but really rotating your lower part of the leg out and come down into the stretch. Now you might feel tightness here in the beginning, but again here, I want you to really think about breathing into your butt to really relax everything at the back, and think about lengthening that pelvis and lengthening those hips. So inhaling to relax, exhaling, no contraction. Another good one is to come here into a half kneeling position and extend one leg to the side. And then just stay here. You can rock gently back to front, but really think about here also inhaling into your pelvic floor and your back. Another good exercise is the butterfly stretch. So I like to do it on a pillow. You can also just do it on your mat, but that might be uncomfortable for some. So go ahead and elevate yourself on a little pillow, or even if you have a little step board or something like that. And just let your legs come out here to the side, and try and focus here also on a straight back, but really here, again, send your breath into that pillow and relax your pelvic floor here. Breathe in, really let it fully relax, as if it's popping out. And then exhale, just natural recoil. Don't need to contract anything. Just natural come back to baseline. So you're inhaling, lengthening that hammock, and exhaling, bringing it. So pick a position where you can feel your pelvic floor relax the best. I always advise to start with just simple pelvic floor drops on that Pilates ball or your pillow, and then add in movement to that. So additional mobility is also great to focus particularly on internal hip rotation, as well as adding some rotation for the lengthening of that back of the pelvis. If you're struggling with an overactive pelvic floor, do this ideally daily, or at least 3 to 4 times a week, and do at least 1 minute of pelvic floor drops or any other exercise where you can really feel your pelvic floor relaxing, and then see if it improves over time before you proceed to strengthening your pelvic floor again. Let me know in the comments below if that was helpful.